Hello, 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 and I'm back after a couple of hours break with yet another passion interview. And this time it is someone who just responded to an early interview and said, I want to be interviewed too. So this is spontaneous, and I'm going to get her in the broadcast, hoping that this will work instantly, hopefully. That Facebook Live technology.
Hey, Lubna!
Hello, 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 Sandra!
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm very good. How is our audio doing?
I think we're good.
Yes, I
You can hear me and I can hear you, and I know we're live.
Yes?
Okay. Sandra, what made you message me and say, I want to be interviewed too?
Well, it's actually that you said it's if you want to join, put your thumbs up. And I thought, okay, that's good. I would like that. And you know that I've asked you earlier this year, or I think it was in the end of the last year, around Christmas, to be a sort of mentor to me.
Yes.
So when I saw that you were doing this lives today, and I saw all these nice conversations coming by, and the beautiful, the passion that people were sharing, I thought, well, let's do this.
Good, 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 good. Well, for those of you who don't know you,
Yes.
who is Sandra?
Who is Sandra? Well, yes, I am an entrepreneur for over 20 years now, and a single mother. My son is also almost 20. So he's living his own life, and yes, and I am have been working with my company as a children's entertainer mostly. I also entertain adults, but the focus lies on children, and I work with balloons, so that's what I do. I'm a balloon artist.
Yes,
Yes.
And your balloons are amazing.
Yes, after 20 years, I know some things. Yes.
Wow.
I always make a joke about that I can make balloon animals with my eyes closed, with my hands behind my back. No problem, yes.
Oh, I can totally.
Yes.
So, I'm doing a series on passion, and I'm asking some of my amazing friends to share with the audience, what they are passionate about.
Yes.
Now, I know you're passionate about balloons and entertainment.
Yes.
But share a little bit about your passion or passions.
Well, of course, there's something lying underneath, or there's a story behind it. And I just finished a challenge about storytelling a few weeks ago, and it learned me a lot. And we always come back to our why. Why are you doing what you do? And why do I like balloons? And why do I like the work that I'm doing or have been doing for 20 years? And that's because I make people happy. And you do that also by training people and inspiring people. And the thing that I use is balloons. The children are happy with what I'm doing, and by that I make their parents happy. And if their parents are happy, the people who are organizing the party are also happy, because yes, if the guests are happy. So I like making people happy. And I think,
why do you like making people happy? Why is that important to you?
Because I like to be happy, and then I think we reach a point where we all as human beings have the same thing in common, and I believe that we are born happy, and that being happy is our default state. So we are supposed to be happy. And after my son became 18, I was thinking about, what would I like to do with my life? Because I've been in a survival mode for a very long time, way too long. But yeah, that's how it was in those years. And I've learned a lot. And what I would like to do now is to start speaking about happiness, and especially about how to become a very happy person, because that's what I am nowadays. Yes. And I know a lot of tricks, and those are especially things in the field of mindset
Yeah.
and how you can become aware of your way of thinking, and by that changing your way of thinking
Yeah.
and changing your focus. So I was making a speech about happiness and about how to become a very happy person and stay happy. That's very important also.
Yeah.
With everything that comes on your way, everything that happens to you, because we have no influence on the things that happen to us
No.
in life, but
No.
we have a very, very big freedom as a human being, and because we can influence the way we think about what happens to us and how we respond to it.
Yeah.
That's yes.
Wow, that is so cool. Because I know a little bit about your story, and
Yes.
I've shared it this today several times. I see it literally a lot of people surviving instead of thriving,
Yes, that makes me
and
sad.
yeah, and that breaks my heart. And I know sometimes life can have phases of surviving. That's just
Yes.
sometimes how life turns out to be. But it shouldn't be your whole life. It
No.
shouldn't be the majority of your life. You should also thrive and get back to your default setting, which is happy.
Yes.
So, how did you discover your passion?
That's a good question. I don't know right away. How did I discover my passion in balloons, or about talking about happiness?
Well,
What do
for
you?
you, what you mentioned is that there's a story behind the balloons. The balloons are a means to an end. And for
Yes.
you, the end is seeing people happy. And at first, using balloons to make children happy. And when children are happy, their parents are happy. And now you're taking the next level, as in speaking and sharing your story. So, how did you end up doing what you do now and discovering that you're actually very passionate about it?
Well, I think by becoming very happy. And the happier I became, the more I started to notice how many people were in survival mode around me.
Yeah.
And especially that you agree with this mode, that
Yeah.
you think that's okay, that's life. And I've been there a long time. For me, life has been a struggle for many years. And I always thought, well, that's life. That's how it works. And we have to deal with it. And sometimes you can be happy, but that you can be happy all the time and choose happiness in every situation that you are in. That's something I just discovered in the last few years. And I strongly feel that if you reach this level of being happy,
Yeah.
you will not lose it again, because it's just something that you do, and it's a way of living.
Yeah. Yeah.
And by being this happy, like I said before, I started to see more and more the people. You had numbers about it. I don't know them by head, but I know that you have numbers of how many people are on the edge of a burnout, or how many young people, and that's something that breaks my heart especially, are in having troubles with life at a level of suicidal tendencies. And that's really, really, really making me very sad. So I just made a decision today that I really want to start focusing on talking for young people. I want to talk and work with young people. And it can also be children, actually, but more the young people from 18 years on, when you are in a level that you have to choose direction in your life and people expect you to know a little bit by now, because now you're 18 and you should know what you want to do. But there's a very big group in this generation nowadays that really have no idea what to do. And they have so many options in this life, 2019.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but I believe it has a lot to do with insecurity, with low self-esteem, and yes, that they are afraid to make the wrong choice.
Yeah, yeah, I recognize that. I've just spoken to someone literally who is in the phase of choosing her next level education, and she really wants to go to a certain direction, but her parents are, you won't find any jobs in that direction, you shouldn't be doing that. And she is passionate about it. And literally, it was a discussion between her and her parents. Like, I want to do this, and their parents, but you won't find a job. And she shared it with me. She said, "Look, now, please help, because I'm stuck in right now." I said, "You want to know? You want to find out if this is truly your passion? If you really want to go this direction, then do this. For the next week, spend 1 hour a day researching, reading, Googling on this subject, because she wants to be a dietitian."
Yes.
I said, if you, after this week, are still as enthusiastic as you are right now, go. Just go. Don't think about what in 4 years' time the world will have changed dramatically. We don't know whether you will or will not find a job. But if this is your passion, then you follow this passion no matter what society is telling you, even your parents are telling you. And if you really want to find out, then spend the time, energy, and attention on it for the next week. And she said, but this is helpful. This is a strategy I can implement. I said, yes, because you're trying to do an intellectual discussion between you and your parents, and you are both right and you're both wrong at the same time. We don't know. We can't look into the future. We can only feel now where our energy is taking us. And I see a lot of people around 17, 18 being forced to make a decision, and they're truly struggling in, what am I needing to do? I don't know.
Yes.
So I recognize that a lot. I love your balloons. If I could challenge you to do a balloon thing now, would you do it?
Yes, of course. I have them. Yes. I have them in an arm length from.
I assumed you would.
Yes, because I have my stuff here. You can make your own unicorns with this.
That's amazing.
That's from the balloon school. Yes, we had our first live workshop yesterday. Because, you know, we started with my friend Marjolein, we started the online balloon school, but a lot of people were asking us for a live workshop. And we just followed that request and thought, okay, we started an online school, but people want to meet us in person. And so we're doing that once a month now. And the next one is almost fully booked already. So that's really nice. And yes, I have a bag here. And this is the question you asked me. Look.
Yay!
Got balloons.
I love it. I love it.
So what do you want to see? But it's very nice to talk about that. I want to use the balloons in my talks. So when I will,
that's why I'm asking.
Yes. So the only thing is that they squeak a lot. So it can be a little bit of a problem if I start doing balloons and talking with you. So please let me know if that's the case. But what would you like to see?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yes.
Oh,
because everything is possible.
Wow, if everything is possible. Anyone watching have any ideas? Help, share. What do you want Sandra to make out of a balloon? Now this is a wonderful challenge. If you want to watch Passion in Action, you need to watch this video.
Right now.
Right now. How about a flamingo?
Oh, that's a good one. I have to check if I can reach for my bag, because I don't know. Maybe I can do a flamingo from the balloons that I have next to me right now.
A flamingo.
I've just been booked for a summer festival this morning and they only want me to make flamingos. So that's really nice.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
No.
I'm just looking at stickers of flamingos. That's why I came up with flamingos.
Well, that's really nice. Well, I'm gonna, I have this a little box here with actually what we call scraps. It is leftover balloons. So for all the environmental people who think, oh, balloons, I'm going to make a flamingo this box with only leftovers. So I don't have my palette here. I don't have my balloon bag where all my colors are and all my sizes. I'm just going to do it. But I have a pink one. So we'll start with that, okay?
Yes. Yes.
This is a good flamingo color. And this is the first time actually that I am twisting with my ear thing. So maybe this will be better because my microphone is here and my squeaky hands are over here. So
yeah.
So I'll start always with the head. Yes?
Yeah.
And then you work your way down to the tail. So this flamingo, why do you come up with a flamingo? You saw a flamingo today, right?
No, I'm literally, I'm in a department store that has a coffee shop.
Yes.
And I'm literally sitting across from flamingo stickers.
Right now?
They're so cool. Yes, because I'm looking at them.
Okay.
Seriously, I can even get them just to prove that I'm actually looking at flamingo.
Nice.
Stickers.
Look, it's coming already.
Yeah, I know. This is so cool.
So, how is the squeaking right now?
Oh, I can hear some of the squeaking, but it's fine by me.
Yes, I think this works very well. We are doing each Monday, we skipped today because we had the workshop yesterday. But each Monday we do a live video on the Balloon School page. And we just found out that we have to work with something that the microphone is here. It's also good for me to know when I start speaking on events and twisting while I speak. Because yes, the squeaking is nice, but it belongs with the twisting. But still. So here you see, yes, we have a head already. And actually this little thing here is going to be the tail, you see?
Uh-huh.
I can do this already. Look! So now I need to add some nice color. Oh, I have a very nice one over here. This is a very special one because this is a new balloon. This is something in the balloon world we are all very happy about because these are chrome balloons. Oh my God, I don't know if I say it right. Chrome balloons, yes.
Chrome, yeah.
We say chrome in Dutch, but look at this. Can you see the shininess? It looks like they are made of metallic stuff.
Yeah.
And
awesome.
I also always like to use two colors of pink for a flamingo, like the rose kind of pink and a more dark pink. But now it's going to be with purple. So I attached this one. I will do a little tutorial right away so you can do your own flamingos later, yes?
Oh, wow, that's even better.
Oh, you just brought me on an idea because the flamingo is very popular. We have these packages where you can make some of these balloon animals. We should do a flamingo package.
Yes.
So you can make your flamingo, yes.
I know at least one entrepreneur that would be awesomely happy with that because she has a flamingo as her brand animal.
Okay, I also know one right now, a Dutch lady.
I know.
Yes.
Also a Dutch lady.
Maybe it's the same.
It should be. Oh, wow.
So now we have two tails, but that's not what we want. So I'm gonna add this one here. And maybe I'm getting into a little bit of trouble, but that's nice because this is live. So I should be able to manage this, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What I now did is hey, Nika is watching. Yes, this is a very nice lady. She was a teacher of my son long time ago, 15 years ago. So I just took off the end of the balloon because that is possible. Yes, I can do that. Because I did not have enough air inside of the balloon to finish the tail. So I added some extra air. That's also possible. And then I can finish the tail. And then maybe you can choose, you should make a choice. Yeah. What color of legs would you like?
Oh, what colors do you have? Because you're using
good one.
The balloons that you have left. So I don't want to mention a color you don't have.
What I have here, I have some black, I have some gold.
Gold?
Gold is
Gold.
very nice.
Let's
Yes,
do
we're going to do
gold.
gold. Okay, now I have to pop the balloon because this is, you see this part?
Yeah.
It doesn't belong there. So I'm going to take this off, yes? Ah! Now it's gone. Did you see?
Seriously. Yeah.
Okay, I'll work this away. So you see this cute little tail? I love this part. I could take it off, but I love it. It's funny, funny.
It's beautiful. Yeah, it's a
Yes.
funny flamingo. Okay,
Okay.
people, this is passion in action. Give Sandra some love. She's doing this live.
I'm doing
We
this
did
live.
not discuss to doing this.
No.
So give her some love. If you're watching.
Yes. Okay, what I'm doing now, I have this small balloon.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the most balloons that I work with are modeling balloons, but I also use round balloons. And this is a very tiny one. What do you think I'm going to do with this?
I have absolutely no idea.
Okay, I have this small balloon and I'm going to twist it in half. I'm not going to pop it. I'm just going to twist it in two small balloons. And that's going to be inserted. I am also a spokesperson for the balloon animal rights movement. So I won't hurt this sweet balloon animal. I am inserting something in his head, but it's needed. You see? It's got eyes now.
Oh, wow.
But we need to make
see.
a beak. And I'm going to do of course, the legs. And you asked for gold. I hope I can manage. I have a half a golden balloon here because a part of this balloon has been used as a, how do you say that? Unicorn.
I don't know.
Help me out here.
The unicorn.
The horn.
Horn.
It's the corn. I don't know.
The corn, I don't know. Let's hope people got it.
Yes. Oh, we should know this word in English.
I'm gonna look for it after this live.
After this live. Oh, okay. I'm losing it. I think he's gonna have some short legs, but I have this golden balloon. This is a different size. The modeling balloons have different sizes in thickness. Let me show you. You see the difference?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be one leg, you see?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I have to do another leg. Because I only have half balloons, I'm going to use two.
Oh, wow. Okay, guys, I set my intention to do interviews today around passion and interview some of my amazing friends. Sandra was not on that list.
Why?
She saw other interviews and said, and whilst I said, if you want to be interviewed by me, just let me know and I'll schedule you in. She said yes.
Yes.
We've just asked her about a passion and she's doing a live balloon session making a flamingo.
Yes, so
now,
I can...
This is passion in action, people. Give her some love.
Absolute passion in action. And I'm making myself, I'm getting myself into trouble because I'm doing something new here.
So am I today, so.
And it's funny because I put this little, it's not a box. How do you call a schaal in English?
A bowl.
A bowl. This is just leftover balloons that's on my coffee table over here. And I wanted to clear it, and I can never throw balloons away. They are they mean too much to me. But so I thought I would just leave it on my coffee table for any occasion that I want to try something new or just to jam a little bit.
Yeah.
And now we know why.
Why the universe wanted you to keep that bowl.
Yes. Look, we have two legs now. Yes. But the special part for me is that I am in this phase. A phase in my life. It's very important. I'm gonna do this right now. This morning you were talking to Nick.
Yeah.
Yes. And Nick was talking about coming out, and this was not about a sexual preference or something. It was about coming out as who you are.
Yeah.
And then you had a talk with Jose. Yes, I made some notes.
Wow.
And she was talking about dare to be different, dare to be yourself. Yes. And I love that very much. And it really sparkled something in me, because I am in this time of my life at a point that I feel like I have to do a sort of coming out.
Yeah.
And it's not about any preferences on other levels. It is about being me and showing myself, because I have been working as Bloony. My company's Bloony's Balloons. And this is a sort of alter ego, a sort of character I always could hide behind.
Yes.
And if you put Bloony on a stage, he's very confident. There's no problem. I can entertain all the people that you put in front of me, all ages, I don't care. But for me to go on stage as myself and share my story, that's a very different thing.
Yes.
So this interview is a part of my coming out.
Yes.
And it's very funny that you asked me to do balloons, because now I'm doing balloons again. But of course, now I know that this is also a very important part of my story. It's a very important part of what I'm going to talk about. And it can strengthen the message.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, it's basically why I asked you to do a balloon, because you're passionate about, you're very good at making balloons, as we can all see. She just made me a flamingo.
So working on it. Yes.
It doesn't matter, but you made it on the spot.
Yes.
And it's part of you. And
yes.
What you said beautifully is, up to this point, it was a persona you can hide behind.
Yes.
Now, by speaking and using the balloon, it's part of your speaking.
Yes.
But now, the balloon is not the persona you're hiding behind. It's part of your story.
Yes.
And there's a very big difference. And I wanted to highlight that, because it's not about losing a passion that you had. It's integrating it into the new you.
Yes. I'm just attaching the beak because it's almost finished. Normally I let the people choose, but you already chose the figure. You chose the color of the legs. And I chose a little purple beak. So let me show this. Here it is.
Brilliant.
Your flamingo.
You're the rainbow flamingo. Yay.
Yay. Hello. How are you doing?
I love it. Thank you, Sandra. That is so cool.
And the fun part is that I can now use a flamingo in my speech, because I can tell the story about you.
Yeah. That's so beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yes, the balloon animals that are already in my speech is a ladybird, because it's an animal that is very much connected with happiness for people. I don't actually know why, but it's a very cute, sweet little animal that we all know. Yeah. And the ladybird balloon animal is very nice, and you can wear it as a bracelet, and it's very small. So what I would like to do on stage is to make something big. So this could be a big flamingo, and there is definitely going to be somebody in the audience, or maybe they will start fighting for it, that wants to have it.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I want to start with a rose. This is my most beautiful flower I can make out of balloons. It's really a rose. It's very beautiful. So that's what I want to start with. And I want to make a ladybird later on in my story. And now I added a flamingo.
Yes.
So
cool this.
Yes.
And all because you said yes to interviewing you around your passion. How cool is that?
Yes.
How important, because we're talking about passion, you just did a passion in action.
I'll put your flamingo here.
Oh, I love it. I just love that flamingo. Love it. And I would love for you to make a photo for me of that flamingo. That's going on my my vision board.
Nice. Okay.
How important is support in living your passion?
Support is very important on a very high level, because it's also about giving support to others. This helps me a lot to be able to be an inspiration and supporter from other people to other people. But everybody needs support. And especially when you start living your life truly as you are, it's really nice to have people who support you in everything you do.
Yeah.
So that you know that they will always support me because of me and not because of what I'm doing or the money I have or the status I have. It's just because of me. And I've just had a meeting last week with two very nice female entrepreneurs, and they are doing totally different things that I'm doing. But of course, we have a lot of connections. And what came out of this meeting was especially important is the power of being vulnerable. So you need to know how important this is to just dare to be different, to dare to be yourself. And yes, sometimes you will get hurt, and sometimes people will disappoint you.
Yeah.
But
yeah, absolutely.
For me now, if people let me down, or they leave me alone, or they stop supporting me, it says only something about them. And in earlier years, it would have said a lot to me about myself, and I would be insecure and think that I must have done something wrong, or I am not all right. I'm not doing fine. I don't know. And now it just says a lot about the other people. So, yes.
Okay. Who is your biggest supporter?
Well, my biggest supporter, I think I would say my son, because he would support me in everything. And I don't have a partner yet, so that's not on that level. I don't have somebody, but I have actually 3 friends. And what I just thought about was very funny is that all 3 their names start with an M.
Oh wow!
Yes, I have 3 friends that support me a lot, and I know I can call them anytime, and they know that they can call me at any hour of any day. And so. Yes, I have a lot of. I actually have 4 already, and with adding you, it will be 5. And it's very nice because these are very different people. And in earlier years, I would depend way more on one person in my life. And it's very important to have more people, and it don't need to be a lot of people, but just some people who you know that you can absolutely be yourself with. And that they can handle anything that you talk about. And that you can be really honest with each other. And yes, when I meet new people and I give them some room in my life, I start hanging out with people. It's one of the first things I talk about. Not too serious, but I mention it that I really am somebody who wants to, who is living by what I call the philosophy of radical honesty. For me, it's very important to be myself. And I think it should be for everybody. But I know a lot of people are not on that level yet. And if you are not living your own life fully, and you are not, you don't feel confident with yourself, and you don't live, you don't be yourself, you're not your true self, then you also don't feel really confident with people around you who are very confident. So yes, it's very nice to see also that I meet more and more and more confident people. I think you said something also about that.
Yeah, you attract what you send out, the energy you put out. And Sammy would say how you show up in the world is what you attract more of. And if you're insecure, you'll probably attract more insecure people, which is fine. We've all been there.
Yes.
But at a certain level, when you pass that, you want more people that are on the same level or even further along, so you can pull yourself up.
Yes.
And evolve. your development. So that is absolutely important. Absolutely. I totally agree.
Yes, and support is very, very important.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also
Really.
to be able to ask for help. And I have always been quite good in that, because otherwise I would have never survived the 16 years of being a single mom.
Yeah.
But yes, on personal stuff for myself, it has been a challenge for me to ask for
Yeah.
help.
Yeah. Yeah.
In
Yeah.
practical
I could.
stuff, it's more easy, but things that you are worrying about or insecure about, it's because then you have to be able to open up. And
Yeah. Yeah, I
wow,
know. I totally recognize that. It's easier to ask questions around practicalities or maybe even your business or being an employee. But as soon as it's about you, you really need to have that. At least that's for me. If I'm sure about someone that they accept who I am no matter what, I can share anything.
yes,
I can share literally anything. They won't be shocked at all. They'll just listen to me, and usually it's enough just by listening to me, and I can talk out loud and maybe even ask a question or two, and I'm done and I have a solution.
that's right.
But it is, and I totally agree with that, for me it's, do I feel safe enough to be me and share everything about me, the most vulnerable me, and not have a certain reaction from the other side. So I totally resonate with that.
Yes.
Beautifully. What do you want to share with the audience around passion and support to wrap this up?
Well, it is very, very important, like the example you gave about this young lady that is choosing her direction, and that the parents are, of course, they have an opinion, and their friends, of course, they would have an opinion. And I think it's very, very important to connect very strongly with yourself and make sure that you can really feel how a certain thought feels. So it's very important to sit down on a regular basis with yourself. Just, I always say to people, take only 5 minutes a day, because people say, yeah, I don't have time for that. And you can make time. Take 5 minutes a day, and best is 15 minutes or more. But if you do 5 minutes a day just to sit down with yourself and ask, and just check how you're feeling, because then the things will pop up that bother you, that need some attention. And I think, of course, it's important. You want your parents to be happy. So if people, yes, they want you, because these parents are telling her you cannot get a good job. I also made different choices than my heart told me to make when I was young, because my mother told me I could not get a good job. I could not earn a good living. But it's very important to follow your heart. But you also want to be happy on the level that your parents are happy with what you're doing. But I think if you really connect with what you're feeling, just think about, okay, what would happen if I go in this direction? Like you said, just do some research and then feel what feeling it gives you. If you're thinking about this direction, okay, for me, going on stage, talking to people, inspiring people, it makes me happy.
Yeah.
Yes, it gives me energy. So that's how I know. And I don't know yet how I'm going to do this or where I'm going to do this. But I know that if I just think, okay, this feels good. So this is something that, yes, if I think about it, it makes me happy. I'm just going in this direction. And I'll follow your advice, just to do some research about it. And
it's usually a pretty good intention, because if you're willing to spend that amount of time researching if it's your passion and you're still enthusiastic after a week, then it usually is your passion.
Yes.
And shoots follow. By the way, you said, I don't know how to speak. You've just spent the last 15 minutes speaking to an international audience.
Yes.
I hope you realize that. Not even only speaking, you did a live demo of your passion in action.
Yes, flamingo.
Just by saying yes to
Yes,
being interviewed by me. So how cool is that?
extremely
Sandra, I want to
cool.
thank you
Yes,
for
thank
saying
you.
yes, for showing up, and for sharing your story, and being on this adventure with me, for going live on Facebook, doing a marathon of lives around passion.
Yes.
I wish you a very, very happy day and week, and look forward to speaking to you soon.
Yes, and I almost forgot that I still wanted
Ooh.
to wish you a very happy new year because you had your birthday.
Yes, I did.
Yes, and I wanted to congratulate you and I forgot, and then it was 2 days later. So now
No,
I still say happy birthday, dear
thank you.
Lubna, and I
Thank you.
wish you a very happy and successful and energizing new year.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thanks for
Bye
your
bye. Thank
time.
you all for watching. Bye bye.
Bye.